Imagine this. Your wife's 7 months pregnant, bleeding out in the ER, monitors beeping like a ticking bomb, and in storms the neighborhood HOA queen, clipboard waving, screaming about your damn fence being 2 inches too tall. Yeah, that happened to me, and it nearly cost us everything. But oh, the sweet irony when her power trip unraveled like a cheap lawn chair. In the manicured hell of Willow Creek Estates, where every blade of grass had to bow to the almighty HOA bylaws, I was the guy who kept his head down. Folks whispered I was the troublemaker, all because our backyard fence didn't kiss the exact height ordained by Queen Karen, aka Barbara Voss, the HOA president. She'd plaster violation notices on our door like confetti, muttering about community standards, while her own McMansion sported a gazebo that blocked the sun for half the block. Me? I smiled through gritted teeth, documented every petty email, and waited. Patience, I figured, was my secret weapon against her brand of suburban tyranny. That morning started with Emily giggling over pancakes, rubbing her belly as the baby did somersaults. Then her face went ghost white, hand clutching her side. "Something's wrong," she gasped. And there it was, blood staining the chair. I floored it to Oak Ridge Hospital, sirens wailing in my head even without the ambulance. Docs hooked her up, diagnosed placental abruption, and warned, no stress, or it could turn fatal. I nodded, holding her hand, whispering dumb jokes to keep her calm. The beep stabilized, and for a split second, hope flickered. Then the door slammed open like a bad sitcom punchline. There stood Barbara, all 250 pounds of self-righteous fury, heels clicking like Judgment Day. "There you are, Mr. Reynolds," ignoring my calls. "Your fence is a disgrace, 6 inches over code. We've discussed this." Her voice pierced like a drill, clipboard jabbing the air. Emily whimpered, the monitors spiking erratically. "Barbara, this is an emergency room," I said, voice low but shaking. "Get out," she snorted, eyes narrowing. "Emergency? Please. People like you always dramatize to dodge fines. Standards don't pause for excuses." Nurses burst in, alarms blaring. But Barbara planted herself, filming on her phone. "This is for the board. See how they resist order." Emily's breaths came shallow, tears streaming. "Please." "The baby." Docs shoved Barbara out as she yelped. "My husband's on the city council. You'll regret this." I paced the hall while they stabilized Emily, surgery averted by seconds. Rage boiled, but I stayed cool, snagging security footage on a whim. Later, watching it, I nearly laughed through the fury, Barbara shoving past a nurse, her face a mask of comical entitlement, ranting about neighborhood aesthetics as my wife's life hung by a thread. And the kicker? Hallway audio caught her phoning her hubby, that Reynolds couple's faking a crisis to skip compliance. Push for eviction, make an example. Eviction, while Emily fought for our kid. That was my breaking point. Whispers spread, neighbors I'd ignored before started spilling. Barbara had fined the elderly Wilsons for unkempt flowers post-stroke, harassed the Lopezes for their gaudy holiday lights, but ignored the Smiths' neon Christmas extravaganza, and called CPS on the gay couple down the street over visible toys. Selective enforcement, reeking of bias. I lawyered up with Alex Grant, a no-nonsense attorney who grinned like a shark. She's not just a bully, she's a lawsuit goldmine. HIPAA violation, endangerment, discrimination. We dug deeper. Her own fence, 7 inches over. Hypocrite much? We rallied affidavits from a dozen families, turning her trifles into a pattern of abuse. The trial was a circus of schadenfreude. Barbara sat prim in her power suit, lawyers spinning her as a dedicated enforcer. But when Alex played the ER video, the jury gasped, her lurching in. Emily's terror. The chaos. Standards apply everywhere, Barbara testified. voice dripping fake piety. Even hospitals? Alex shot back mildly. Or just when it suits your ego? She sputtered. It's about order, without rules. Chaos. The hallway call sealed it. They don't fit our communities. Vibe. Racist undertones hung like bad perfume. Neighbors testified next, exposing her reign of terror. The judge, a steely vet named Harlan, leaned in. Rules protect people. Mrs. Voss. Not your petty throne. Jury out 45 minutes. Guilty on all counts. Harassment. Endangerment. The works. Sentencing hit like karma's hammer. 3 years prison. Massive fines divvied to victims. HOA board dissolved. Barbara blubbered. But I was upholding values. Harlan deadpanned. Values like endangering a fetus over fence inches? Enjoy reflecting on that. Our son arrived healthy weeks later. We named him Justice. Because damn, it felt poetic. The neighborhood bloomed. Communal barbecues replaced spy sessions. Flags flew free. A prison letter came eventually. I hid behind control. Sorry, Emily tossed it. Too little. Too barbed wire late. So, was Barbara the villain enforcing order, or just a bloated ego in pearls? You tell me, do HOAs guard communities? Or empower Karens to play God? Drop your take below. Let's debate who really breaks the rules.